Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. Use code Mase, Cam, or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and claim that CeeDee Lamb free pick for all customers. Underdog is having promos almost every day of the week, and today is Thursday 30, which drops a single 30% profit boost token. So boost those entries today for a big cash payout if your picks hit. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Killa, what's going on, man?
Good, man. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. I was shopping for some hats, and I brought y'all some hats. I'm going to bring them tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
What's your team, Killa?
I know my team, mate. So I'm not like, I don't know if you got a green for Boston today.
I'm asking you.
The Spurs is my team.
So my football hats.
I don't have a team anymore. I don't.
So just get any team?
You're going to give me a Cincinnati, I guess, if you're going to do that. I'm going to go with.
Yes, that is your team.
That isn't my team. I'm just an Ohio native. I'm from Harlem, but Ohio took me in, so I represent a lot of Ohio, but that's
all
not
right.
really
I
my
just
team.
need to know. You're gonna really like the hat.
Listen, I ain't gonna act like I was down with the Bengals when Marvin Harris was coaching them. Them niggas stunk it up. They was terrible for like 100 years, man. And the Browns, you know. I see. The thing about it is I'm a Columbus nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't get professional teams in Columbus because Ohio State doing 102,000 sold out for the last 25 years straight. So we don't have a professional team. You got Columbus, Ohio State, or they all NFL?
And they all NFL.
Give me the fucking Giants or something. I don't know.
Okay, I'll bring the Giants.
Give me the Raiders for NWA.
The Raiders.
Yeah,
okay, that'll work. That'll work.
Man, I'll go with that, man.
And Mike, what hat should we get?
You didn't even introduce Mike yet.
Go ahead.
You introduced them. Today we are joined with our analyst, Michael Irvin.
Mike, what hat should we get you?
I don't even know why you asking him that question.
Come on, man. Yeah, you're right. You did right. But I'll take them Cowboys or that Miami Hurricane hat. Either one of them, I'll rep that all day. Anything else, don't send me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, Murder, you being mad generous this week. You bought me some glasses as well. Are you stealing them? Because the glasses didn't come with a case of none. You just handed me the joints and said put them on. There was no bag. There was no case. You say, yo, yeah, you like these joints? I didn't know if they was hot. They might have been hot.
Killa, them glasses cost a lot of money, man.
Everybody, no, I got a lot of compliments on them.
Yeah.
I got mad compliments on the glasses. What I'm saying is, I never questioned the price.
Did you pay? 5-finger discount, you know?
Hey, that stuff right off the corner when it comes, you don't even get the packaging to go with it.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
yo,
Mike.
Mike. I think personally, I ain't want to say nothing. I think somebody gave them to him. He ain't like them. And he's like, yo, Killa, I got you these. Because they wasn't really his style. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you like these? I got them for you.
No, I got the glasses off South Beach. Anybody that's ever been on South Beach, they got this store on, I think it's 9th Street. It's like Moda Eyewear or something like that.
Well, either way, thank you.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you, man. I appreciate the hats, the glasses, whatever I can take. Pause. I appreciate it. Whatever you give it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know it's crazy.
You got to put in a pause application for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, y'all. So y'all know it's been a real interesting week, and we're gonna get straight into the sports topics. This is still sports related. But we're gonna start with Shannon Sharpe. So he accidentally went on IG Live while he was having sex. He originally posted that he was hacked, but later clarified on his show that it was him and that he did take full accountability, but he was embarrassed by what had happened. Obviously, a lot of things went around on the internet, but what did you guys think of the social media frenzy and how he handled the situation?
Want me to go first? All right, fine. I don't care. That nigga capping. That shit was on purpose. You can't go live without pushing like 4 or 5 buttons. That nigga capping, bro. You gotta push like 4 buttons to go live. You know how you pocket down somebody and you be like, oh,
I called you by accident.
yeah, because you had to get a joint. You pocket down a lot for us. Because it's just you hit the button. Live, you got to go to Instagram. Then you got to go to post. Then you got to go to live. Then they make sure that, you sure you want to go live?
Yeah.
You got to hit 4 things to go live. And to me, he ain't go viral in a little minute. And he's like, yo, let me go viral. Because look, let's check out the whole scenario, America. Look, first of all, I have a few things to say about this. The vocals is too clear. How you hear it that clear if you right not next to your phone? Sound like he had a mic, Larry was telling me. It sound like he had the earpiece in. It's mad clear. You know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. Secondly, you go up and apologize, but at the same time with your apology, you say, yo, Chad, I told you I'd get it in, man. I told you I'm get it in. So you're apologizing to ESPN, then you're bragging. Thirdly, you say, you know who called me today? Cat Williams. He said, you ain't gay today. Why you gotta make an announcement you ain't gay? If people say you gay, whatever. I don't think you need to make an announcement. I wore pink a lot of my career, and people be like, hey, Cam is gay, Cam is gay. And I'll be like, bring your mother around and see what happens if you bring your mother around or your sister. Let's see how gay I am. I don't need to make an announcement that I'm not gay. I'm not saying Shannon Sharpe is gay or isn't gay. I don't care what his sexual preference is. I think this whole thing was staged. You know what happens after that? He talking about, oh, y'all crashed the site. All my merch sold out. All of a sudden, now all the merch sold out after you on IG Live grunting. So I told you. Yeah, man, I think this was a ploy. I think it's a Ponzi scam. But if it worked for you, Unc, it worked for you. But that's my personal opinion. This was a Ponzi. Me and Big Church was talking about it. All of a sudden, you apologizing, bragging, merch sells out. You're not gay. It's too much going on in one Instagram joint for me. It's a lot going on, man. That's just my personal opinion, Murder. How you feel about it?
I didn't hear it. What happened?
How do I explain?
You ain't hear it for real, for real?
No, I didn't.
Oh, hold on. We gonna bring it up. Mike, you can give your opinion on it if you want. You don't have to comment. That's just me. We don't want to drag you into our shit. But if you want.
No. Now listen, it is all interesting. I mean, really interesting for you, dude. And if you did do it on purpose, I mean, I hear people on social media saying he can only go 1:16. So was that the start? You know, and then they started posting some of the old stuff that he said. You know how he'll be a quick bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And the man is just proven to be what he said. That's what he said. I thought it was. Let me tell you something. You know, Shannon asked me to do that show a long time ago. And I'm telling y'all, I was saying, listen, man, no, I'm too scared to do that. Him and Ocho can do that. They ain't really killed nothing when they were playing.
Yeah.
If I was out there telling them story, dead bodies would be popping up. I got too many dead bodies out there laying around. I ain't seeing it.
My man Mike Marlowe from The Wire, he got him in a vacant.
Hey, if he played it though, if he Kim Kardashian it to get out there like you said and all of that stuff, I would have just made it sound like I was a marathon man. You know what I'm saying? Like some kind of way. But, you know, back to football. Back to football.
We got Mase didn't hear it though, so. But I like that. I like your assessment of that, because what you're basically saying. I mean, not you of Mike, is what you're saying is that if it was staged, he would have did a little better job of making it sound staged. Murder. Where the footage at?
Man.
So this is.
Let me ask y'all something though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. For a moment, when I was on the plane coming, I thought, oh my God, if anybody ever really heard you in those moments, like what they think? You know what I'm saying? Like what kind of talk do you do? And that'd be the most scary thing in the world.
Now, for me, I ain't gonna lie, like Mike, and I'm not getting you too much into my personal business. I'm Wesley Snipe pipes in there. I tell him, me personally, I like to tell you what I like to do. I tell you, ride it even if your license suspended. You know what I'm saying? I tell you all type of stuff.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, Cam.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So much of it is really here in between these ears. So hey.
Right. Yeah, you in your brain. Yeah, exactly. But here's the footage so Mase can hear it, actually.
Anyways, this goes on. There's a lot of different clips, but
Yeah.
you hear him. She says his name. He says her name. It just
But
Who is it though?
You don't hear no slapping and clapping.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
It's
That's
not
exactly
urban
what I'm
enough.
talking about. Yeah,
It's not urban enough.
Yeah, man, exactly. Me and Mike on the same type of time, man. Me and Mike on that. That's what I'm saying.
And she got to be a better actor than that.
Yeah.
I need them to be,
Yeah, exactly. Sopranos. Yeah. I agree. Me and Mike, that's why I know we have to get Mike. Me and Mike on the same time. Murder, that's what I'm saying.
Dead. Well, shout out to whoever Michelle is. So moving along, when asked about not seeing Marvin Harrison Jr. for a potential game-winning touchdown, Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray replied, "As a quarterback, you're doing your reads. Sometimes the ball goes to him, but it's not my job." So after hearing that quote from him in the post-game presser, what do you guys think of his response saying that's not his job? Mike first.
That right there. Right there. Like, what? What are you talking about? What the hell you mean it's not your job?
Yeah, whose job is it?
Exactly your job. That's exactly your job. Even if the coach is screwing up, he threw the coach right under the bus. Even if the coach is screwing up and not making those calls, you still should be peeking back over there because that's the best player on your team. Now, guys, you can say what you will. When I hear that kind of stuff, I'm wondering just what kind of relationship those two have.
Right.
Because if they've been out there working hard together and they're vibing together in any kind of way, there's no way you say that. You either say, yeah, I got to make sure I keep him on the eye. We know what kind of talent he is. And I got to make sure I give him every opportunity to help this team win. That's the standard answer. That was so far off standard that I have to question what kind of relationship those two have right now.
Absolutely.
How are you the quarterback and you say that's not your job? You gotta ultimately look in his direction, and if you want to win, you should be throwing the ball in his direction. I don't know who else you would think of getting the ball to on that team first before him. So, when he says something like this, like you said, it says that they don't have a great relationship, and it also speaks to the lack of how could I say it, consistency with the head coach. Because he's basically saying the coach got me, focused on something else, which means they all are not on the same page. Not only just him and the guy he should be throwing it to, but also the coach. The coach is not on the
He's
same
right,
page.
because he said, Coach tells me all the time,
Yes.
let the play determine where the ball go. Yeah, that's the base of what we're calling.
Yeah.
We want to see, let the play determine. But that's our main man over there. We want to try to get it to him as much as possible. And you have to learn the game by allowing the play to determine where to go with the football. That's how you learn the game. But there's a reason they double and triple team guys like me. That means they don't want you to get the ball to guys like me.
Right.
You cannot just say, okay, I'm going to help y'all out by not throwing them the damn ball. You can't do that. That's why it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, look, I was going to say the same thing that Mike said is really about where their relationship is right now. And I know that uh, Marvin Harrison Jr. is new, and Kyler Murray has been injured uh, a lot since he's been in the NFL. And he may be getting more attention. I'm talking about Marvin than Kyler. And Kyler may feel
He
it's
don't
his
like
team.
that.
Yeah, and he may not like it. It may be an ego thing, because for you to say that, and I haven't played football on any level as far as you guys. I'm not even talking about high school. I didn't even play football. I played basketball. But if I'm not mistaken, Mike, you read the defense. Even if a play's called, if you see a certain defense out there, the play may change while you're getting ready to hike the ball to the quarterback. And when you make a read on defense, and if you see the guy open, you're supposed to change the play. I seen actually, and I hate to give you guys credit, I seen Dak Prescott do that last week against the Browns, change the play up, threw it in the corner for a touchdown. And I'm like, that's that $60 million right there. He's supposed to do that. That's what you're supposed to do. So I don't really have much more to add to it. I think Mike hit the nail on the head when he said, where's their relationship right now?
Yeah, I think this is even more alarming that he said, the coach says, put the ball, pause, where the ball's supposed to go. Harrison is where the ball's supposed to go. That makes no sense. Where else is the ball supposed to go?
And when I looked at it, I thought about this too now. And I do have, every time I've been around him, I've seen him a great relationship, I think, with Kyler Murray. And I've seen him when he was real young and over here working out. We would be on the same football field. I was working out with my boys, and his dad was working him out. So I got a great relationship with him. We've always been cool. But other people have said that, it's the kind of person he is. He's not, that guy to hang out with all the guys or whatever. And then I know Marvin Harrison, he's a different kind of dude. So now you got these two, I don't want to call them aloof, but different kind of dudes. Yeah, I'm, and then I hear those things, and then I start saying in my head, I just don't know. I don't know. Because those two together could be dangerous if they ever got together, but I don't know if that's happening.
Right.
But Mike, think about if it's your NFL debut and you only get one catch. Just one catch. The ball came to you one time. How are you feeling at this point? For 4 yards.
What? Right. And everybody was talking about, oh, they're so excited about your debut. Think about Marvin Harrison and his whole plight. Now remember, he said, bump all of y'all. I'm not doing any of those workouts. You draft me anyway. And he still goes very high to the Cardinals, and then you get out here. All of those resources to get this young man, and he was one of the greatest draft picks this team has had a long time. You still get throw him one ball, you get him one pass. He's supposed to be right now the star of your team. Is there a fight for who's the star? I don't. And when you do get a play call, sometimes when you get a play call, both receivers go to the line of scrimmage. If it's man across the board, that's man-to-man defense, then it is your job. You get to choose which one of these matchups do I think I have a better chance at winning. You got to make that decision, and that has to be Marvin Harrison Jr. every time, twice on Sundays.
Yeah, I totally agree. And listen, I don't know his personality well outside of knowing his father and going to, our school, Ohio State. But most of the time, like outside, and I'll say this, even you or whoever, outside of Larry Fitzgerald, receivers are crazy. They think they're always open. There's no way that they're never not open. Receiver over the right or wrong, Mike. Yo, AB was up here last season with us. He said I'm 7'11". I'm never not open.
Yeah.
I'm always open. And I've never only receiver I've seen not talk shit is Larry Fitzgerald. That was the night I said I've never seen. I said I've never seen a receiver not talk shit. He's the only one. Do you think Marvin might be like, yo, my nigga, you know what time it is. You need to, in practice I'm talking about, do you think that led up to what could possibly happen? Do you think he's giving them wide receiver energy, Mike? Like, yo, my nigga, I'm always open. Make sure you hit me.
Yeah, let me jump on that a little bit. I want y'all to understand, because I've thought long and hard about this. Why are receivers such? Now, you do understand the very nature of the business put us in a conundrum. In a conundrum. So we sit way out wide by ourselves. So you're way out there, independent, by yourself. You're the most independent, dependent person in the world, because you can't do anything without them throwing you the ball. So you're way out there independent and you're very dependent. It's a dichotomy that carries over in the attitude of all wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we kind of go back and forth. But I'm gonna tell you, the one thing you want is a receiver that want the football. So that one pass he got, if he ain't saying something, there's a problem.
Right.
I'd rather have a guy that I got to say, oh, whoa, come on, don't be doing all of that. And instead of having that guy that says, man, get out there and say something. They only threw you one damn ball. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he's saying something.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying, Mike. And I'm happy you explained that to me. That was great information to know. But at the same time, as you think that's why Stephon Diggs is in Houston, maybe he's saying too much. And then you got to make a decision, because Josh Allen is like, yo, I can't take this nigga. He's driving me crazy. I'm trying to give him the ball as much as I can. So what do you think about a situation like that?
Right. You go too far. And I know Stephon got hot, but Stephon did catch over 100 passes every year he was with the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
Okay, buddy.
But what I'm saying, he like, yo, I want to catch 115 passes. That's what I'm saying. And Josh, you got to realize, Jack, you caught 100 passes, but I threw you the 100 to catch. How much? God damn. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not making excuses. I'm asking a question.
And what happened, I believe what happens is, all right now, okay, don't go too far. You're important here. We need you. And yes, you've given us a great lift, brother. But you're not as important as that white quarterback. Don't fool yourself. We joking, but I ain't joking.
No, right. Thank you.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? They got to tell you. Now, that same confrontation going on in Arizona between Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray, I don't know if it results in the same results that it did in Buffalo on which one of them will go.
Well, look, it's still early. This is his rookie season. I don't think Kyler Murray really got a full 2-3 seasons in because of his injuries. This is all first week shit. I think that we'll have some time, but time will tell.
I think if they keep it up, Cal is out of it.
You're right. First week, but that's some real deep shit he just said. I don't care about nobody. First week, that I can't have my quarterback saying, it's not my job to look for him.
Right.
That's insane, and it's uncalled for. There's no way he should say that. There's just no way he should say that.
Yep.
Cannot argue with that. Okay, so let's get into our week 2 predictions. Let y'all know right now, Mase, you are in the lead. All of your picks were correct last week. Let's see if you can keep that or if somebody else going to steal that. So the first one we're going to predict is the Bills versus Dolphins. Mike, I'm going to let you go first. Who do you think will win that game?
I'm taking the Dolphins in this game, and they have to win this game. This is a man's. This is their manhood. They haven't had much success against Buffalo, and I'm saying to the Dolphins because Tua is 0-7 in any weather in any games that is colder than 43 degrees. The Dolphins must win every
That's
one
a
of
fact.
these early games because the only way, and they got a blessing here. The Super Bowl is in New Orleans. They got a dome. They want to have the playoffs at home. They can't go on the road. All AFC teams play in cold weather.
Oh man, I'm definitely gonna have to go with Miami. Even the way what's his name, Hill came back resilient from that incident last week just says the type of season I think they're gonna have.
Where they playing at?
Yeah.
In Miami.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm going with Miami if it's in Miami. But see, I will say this for the Dolphins though. Y'all should. I know they wish they would have got this game because they have to play them twice this season. It isn't that cold right now in Buffalo.
Right.
You got to go in there in
Right.
December.
Right.
It's gonna be bad. Y'all should have. I know they wishing we could have went now when it's about 50 degrees and had a better game because it's gonna be horrible when it's -6. Go on Miami.
Okay. Next game, Browns versus Jaguars. Mike, who do you believe will win this game?
Now, the Browns, this has to be one of them games that the Browns make look like we're getting back on track. We have something here. Because up until this point, everybody's been saying that Deshaun Watson that they thought they got is dead and gone. And I saw last week some of the body language from Amari Cooper was, when he threw a slant route behind him, it looked like he was saying, man, this Joker, man. Like, he was done with it. That's what I'm saying. The Browns have to feel against the wall here. And I say they sneak a win in right here. I say they sneak a win.
Yeah, I think the Browns definitely win this game. I think the defense is gonna win it for them though.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. Send Jacksonville. I think Deshaun Watson, and not saying that he's like I said, we talked about this. You wasn't on the show yesterday, Mike, when he's dealing with death. Matter of fact, I think we talked about when Mike was on the show. But anyway, it seemed like he has a lot of stuff going on off the field still. Hit with a new lawsuit. I didn't like the body language like you just said, and it looked like him and Amari Cooper definitely wasn't on the same page. To me, the Jaguars weren't that bad last year, and they had a chance to push for the playoffs until Trevor Lawrence got hurt. So I'm going to go with Jacksonville for this.
Okay. Next game we're going to discuss is the Bucks versus Lions. Mike, who do you think will win this game?
Fine.
It's a good game. I mean, I'm really looking forward to watching this game because the Lions didn't play as well as they could, and they still got that win. And I'm taking Detroit to win this game. And the Bucks believe they got something going, but I think the Lions win at home.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions as well. I'm not following Mike picks, but he just happened to be on the same page I'm on today. So yeah, I think the Lions are going to do exceptionally well this year. I'm not ready to get a Lions hat, but shout out to Detroit.
Yeah, I like the Lions at home.
Okay. And then next, the Bengals versus the Chiefs. Mike, what are your thoughts?
Now, this is the game that the Bengals, even though they left last week feeling so bad, can kind of fix some things and at least get a good measurement. Even if you don't win, you just play it close. I'm taking the Chiefs. They were calling this Barrowhead Stadium and all of that. Look, man, I'm taking the Chiefs. They got problems in Tennessee, and Jamar Chase still ain't got his money, so I don't know if they can get it all together.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs, and I think it's going to be a runaway game. I don't even think it's going to be close.
Going with the Bengals. Just out of spite. I do agree with Mike. Look, I'm tell you one thing. they paid Jamar Chase this week, I wouldn't even be thinking about it be the Bengals. But they still got off the field problems, and that shit still might linger into this week's game. But something about when Patrick Mahomes plays against Joe Burrow, man. He still got a winning record against him. So I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Okay, we've got two more. The Bears versus the Texans. Mike, what's your prediction?
I'm taking the Texans to stump them out a little bit here, and I'm a little worried. I want to make sure that they have some kind of real plan for Caleb Williams. I don't want to see another game of him running around and running for his life. So, and you know that defense, they got a lot of turnovers last week. That don't happen often in the NFL like that. The Texans win this game. Remember now, look, Caleb Williams, he's going to be looking across, watching C.J. Stroud, who everybody's saying, can you play like he did in his rookie season? So you even got added pressure put on the man because that guy's sitting across the way from him.
Yeah, I'm going with the Texans. I feel like this is going to be a standout year for C.J. Stroud and the Texans, that they're going to prove that they really belong here. I thought last year he did great as a rookie, but this is the sophomore season is the season that you show that you really belong here and it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, I'm going with the Texans. I ain't like the way the Bears looked last week. Got a long way to go on offense.
Okay. And then the last game, the Saints versus the Cowboys. Mike, what is your prediction?
In Dallas, a home opener here in Dallas. Yeah, man, it's going to be rocking. It's always a good rivalry because of the proximity of these two places. You know what I mean? So we'll get a big crowd of Saint fans trying to creep in the stadium. But Dallas will win that football game to solidify. They're one of the top teams coming out of the NFC. And the Saints looked pretty good last week.
Oh, man, this is where me and Mike go awry. I'm going to go with the Saints. I know I shouldn't, but just because you're saying this about Dallas, if there was ever a time that Dallas could mess up, this would be it. What better team would the Saints want to beat better than the Cowboys? And I think they could. You know, not that they will, but I'm going they could.
I don't know why you say you shouldn't do that, because Mike on the show, the Saints. Cowboys had a good week last year because niggas got paid. Them niggas ain't like that. They ain't the team last year.
They not like us.
They not like that.
That's what New Orleans is thinking. Them niggas not like us.
The league is thinking that. Nobody ain't just New Orleans. Everybody know they ain't like that. Don't let Mike come up here and make you think the Cowboys is like that this year. They not like that. That's why when he asked if they Super Bowl contenders, he had to laugh at himself. They ain't like that.
6 sacks, though. 6 sacks last week. 6 sacks. Stop the team running. That Mike Zimmer and that defense, I'm telling you, I can't wait to see what the Saints do when they face that defense, that pass rush.
Look, y'all always had good defense. OJ called last year, God bless the day. OJ said y'all the 85 Bears last year.
Yeah. In the first 4 games.
The first 4 games, they was the 85 Bears on defense. Look, listen, man, at the end of the day, y'all had a good game last week. Everybody got paid. And this is where it ends. The Saints was looking explosive on offense last week.
This is where the Saints come marching in.
Yeah.
and I would go with you guys. If this game was in New Orleans, I would be worried like I don't know what. It's the only place I played was in that dome where, man, them people were so loud, your bones be rattling in your own body. My bones were saying, we gonna lose, let's just go home. We gonna lose, let's just go home. It was so loud in that stadium, man. So, but in Dallas, no, it'll be a different game.
Well, listen, let me just tell, I'll tell Stat and I'll tell Mase this, and I'm not sure if y'all know this or not. Every week, Mike's going to pick the Cowboys. It doesn't matter who they play. He's going to pick the Cowboys every week when it's time to play. So we got 18 weeks of him picking the Cowboys no matter what. So y'all can just be ready for that.
Well, I'm keeping track, so we will see who wins this round next week. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss our AFC and NFC sleeper teams. Don't go anywhere.
1 Allen, 1 heart, 1 love.
Excuse me? After last night's performance, we're gonna do this again? Not tonight. I don't think so. And make sure you close the door behind you.
When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man. When I take the pussy up, man.
I'm Rico fucking strong.
Took that horsepower and told the girl to giddy up.
Baby!
Fast money, money, fresh shit, cash money, Moscow mule.
I'm back.
Money. Looking back at her, I'm a crash.
Hell no. Muchacho, levántate. Toma eso, bébetelo.
Right now?
Well, cuña.
Okay.
Well,
Now, right now. Right now.
yeah.
Girl, let me see you walk it off. Oh, let me see you walk it off. Yeah, let me see you walk it off. Go, girl, let me see you walk it off.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. So like we discussed earlier, Sunday, the Saints will play the Cowboys. Underdog fantasy has a free pick, so CeeDee Lamb just has to get 1 total yard. So higher or lower, Mase?
Higher.
Underdog just giving money away. You said
Yeah.
CD Lamb just got to
Yeah.
get 1 yard?
Yep, that's it.
I'm about to bet the house. Yo, fuck you talking. Yeah, 1 yard. Underdog must got a lot of money. They giving shit away absolutely over. Unless they, see that be, you know what that should be? When they got the drop,
Yeah.
that a nigga not gonna play.
Yeah.
Like, yo, his girl expected to be pregnant. So then if you don't play, you already bet the 1 yard that he's not gonna get because he doesn't play. I'm gonna go over though. I don't see why this doesn't make sense. Not to bet over.
Right. Dak Prescott is at 251.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Dak looked good last week, man. There's only one quarterback last week over 300 yards, though. I'm going to give Dak more there. I'm going to go higher.
Higher.
Sound like you didn't want to say that, but
You know that nigga CD Lamb picking. You know what the thing about quarterbacks, too, man? And let me I'll ask Mike after we finish this. I'm going to ask Mike a question. Okay.
Okay. And then Chris Olave is at 55.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower, Mace?
Lower.
I'm going to go lower as well.
Okay. So remember to use your Thursday 30 token for an extra 30% boost to your profit. Just go on the app, apply your Thursday 30 token at any qualifying entry, and watch it boost. So make sure you download the Underdog Fantasy app so you can make your picks too. We are joined back with our analyst, Michael Irvin.
I want to ask Mike a question before we go to the next topic. Mike, what do you think about quarterbacks getting the yardage on their stats when they throw it for 4 yards and y'all run for 62 and they get a 66-yard pass? What do you think about that? Think that's fair for the quarterback?
Yeah, well, right. And then they go and get 260
Right.
millies. Right.
Right, yeah.
He threw for
He
300
throw
yards.
6 yards.
I ran for a lot of them yards.
Right, you throw 6 yards and then you run for 57 yards and he get a 66-yard pass. What do you think about that? You think that's right, or how does that work?
Hey, it's crazy. And I even told him, I said, now, if you guys, what we should try to do, too, because what I had a problem with was when I get a pass interference call, I want them yards. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm 50 yards down the field, pass interference. First down, right here. What about my damn yards? I don't get them yards.
Right, that's a fact.
I would have caught that ball, you know.
That's a fact.
So, yeah, there are things like that that bother you in the National Football League that I always thought about.
Right. Do you negotiate that when it's time to renegotiate your contract? Like, yo, we had 500 yards after the catch. Is that part of the negotiations when it's time to re-up for your contract?
No, that is part of it now.
Right.
You absolutely put that on the table if you are great at it because the skill set says that you are good at run after the catch.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that is part of the talent. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to know. Then one more thing before we go. Sorry. Do you really think that Zeke Elliott is better than Alvin Kamara right now?
I think I think Zeke Elliott absolutely for Dallas Cowboys is better than Alvin Kamara.
Oh my goodness.
He won't stop.
Mike.
He won't
Mike, stop.
He won't
Mike,
stop.
stop.
He just won't
You was
stop.
stuttering before you started, Mike. You clearly not telling the truth on this, Mike.
His relationship with the quarterback trumps anything we're talking about moving in yards and catches. It's not like Alvin Kamara can blow away Zeke in any of those particular areas. He might be a little faster still right now, but when it comes to the relationship Zeke has and the leadership he is on this team, there's no doubt. It's so important that they got Zeke back that I'm telling you, it's one of the main reasons, I guarantee you, they were focused enough to turn everything around and win that game last week.
Okay, there you have it. Okay, so let's discuss different teams. Who is your sleeper team in the AFC and the NFC? Mike, I'm going to let you go first.
You know, a team that I watched last week that I said, man, that team looks a lot better than I think a lot of people gave credit to are the Colts, right? And then I went and started looking at the Colts schedule, and I said, oh, that's going to be a rugged ride right there, buddy. Mm-hmm. That's a rugged ride, you know, for them to get to where they want to be, even though I thought they looked good in week one. Another team, when we say, you know, surprise team that could surprise somebody late in the season and play into the playoffs, we got to watch are those Chargers with Jim Harbaugh. You know, when you got that quarterback, Justin Herbert, and you came in your first game and said, sit down, son. We going to run this football. You got to watch him because that's the only thing that really beat Kansas City if you keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline.
Oh, my goodness. I can't listen to Mike keep doing this, Mike. For real, Mike. You got to cut this out, Mike. Are you just going to give the Cowboys a pass on everything, Mike?
What do you mean? What you talking about the surprise team here? What are we saying?
Yeah, he ain't say nothing like
that. All right. I'm just checking.
You still was thinking about the last shit, right?
Yeah, I'm still. I got PTSD from the last thing. Everything he said sound like the Cowboys. I'm over here in PTSD. Like, did he just say that again? Oh man. Yeah, my sleeper team out of the NFC, I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna go. I mean, from the AFC, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Make Stat happy.
Sounds good.
Wow,
the Steelers.
He is in a great mood this week.
Yeah, I'm being generous this week. Don't use it against me.
Won't do that. Okay.
For my sleeper team, and they have a brutal schedule for the NFC, is Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
That's my sleeper team. Mike Evans, you know, he's been there. It's a real comfort to have him for Baker Mayfield. And this their second year. They paid Baker Mayfield. Mike Evans got paid. Everybody's paid. So it should be some chemistry. They finished their season really good last season. Mm-hmm. But they're not considered better than San Francisco or the Lions or Philadelphia for that matter. So my sleeper team for the NFC would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And to not to even agree with this nigga over here, but honestly, my sleeper team for the AFC is the Steelers. Right. Yeah, this nigga over here too. Both of y'all Steelers fans in this fucking shit. I'm being honest though, because you know what it is. Look, we have the usual suspects when it comes to the AFC. We got Miami, we got Buffalo, we have the Chiefs, the Bengals whenever they're healthy. Baltimore, of course. The Steelers, as an organization over the years, is one of the most storied franchises. You going back to Bradshaw and Lynn Swan and so more. These people were, I wasn't even born when these people playing. It's just the shit I had to hear from my uncles. You know what I'm saying? And what we've come to settle for the last 6-7 years is Steelers' success has been Mike Thomason having a winning season. That's Steelers' success for black people the last 6-7 years. Maybe longer than that. Maybe longer than that because Ben Roethlisberger probably retired 2 or 3 years after he should have retired. So they had to put up with that shit like, damn, Ben won a couple Super Bowls. We don't want to kick this nigga out. Ben limping into practice and shit. They know they need to get rid of this nigga, but they don't want to get rid of him because he helped them win the Super Bowls. That everything for the Steelers has been based upon, well, Mike Thomason didn't lose this season. He had over 500 record, or he's 5. That's not the Steelers franchise, the storied franchise that the Steelers are. Us as black people, yeah, we rooting for Mike Thomason and say, yeah, nigga, that nigga ain't lose. He ain't got nobody. This quarterback, this. Look, man, that's not the Steelers franchise. If anybody could get it done, though, and right now it's a little, we don't know what's going to happen with the quarterback situation with Russell Wilson being hurt. Mike, you got to figure it out. I'm betting on you this season, at least to get into the wild card.
And I got one more sleeper team in the AFC, the Texans.
They're not really a sleeper. Like, people are aware of them. They went to the playoffs last year. I think people are on them. Like, it isn't like, and to me, that's what I'm saying. The Lions aren't sleepers anymore, and the Houston Texans aren't sleepers anymore. They was in the playoffs last year. I'm not saying, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, would the Jets be sleepers?
Yeah, you could go to sleep. The Jets would definitely be sleepers 100%. Absolutely.
Team I also watched that I thought had a pretty good week one. I'm interested to see what happens with them. Are the Minnesota Vikings? You know, I think they thought everything would be sleep, but it was just the Giants. It was just the Giants. But Sam Darnold has to be sitting over there saying, man, this is a great new toy I got at Justin Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? So I'll watch them closely and see what happens.
Yeah. Right. And then just side note regarding the Steelers, that's also why I really wish Russell Wilson would be playing in this next game versus Denver, because I thought that would have been interesting to see. He most likely is.
Please do not say nothing about Russell Wilson.
I have to see him play.
You was dissing Russell Wilson.
See him play for the Steelers.
Yeah, last year.
Last year was, yo, bro.
You said everything possibly negative about
listen,
that.
though, like,
that was crazy.
Right now, like, Justin Fields, like, this is how we all feel about him right now. But to see Russell play versus Denver, that would have been a cool little thing to see. But hoping he gets healthy soon, because I'm trying to see the drama.
Well, let's go, Justin. Get that W, baby.
Yeah.
Whole thing is, I would like to see Russell Wilson play against Sean Payton too.
Yeah.
Because that's you know, that's beef. They got a problem. Yeah. But I'm just saying, I don't want to see Russell Wilson do anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's all I'm saying.
She didn't even know he should be playing last year.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to see him play.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't for real yet, so that's happening as we see it. So, okay. So moving along, aside from sleeper, who do you guys think is the best team overall going into week 2? I'm hoping you guys don't say the Chiefs, because I'm curious to see what other team you guys have in mind, but want to hear you guys' thoughts. Mike first.
But when we say the best team going into week 2, we're really saying who was the best team in the performance they put on in week 1. That's why we're indicating they look the best going into week 2. And I thought Kansas City did a great job in beating Baltimore, but I'm going to have to give that to San Francisco, being the number 1 team, the team that I thought put on the best performance. They did what they did without the $20 million running back. And basically without the $30 million receiver. Your CMC was on the sideline, and Brandon Ayuk didn't really do anything, and they still kept that steam machine rolling right along. So I'm gonna go with San Francisco 49ers, a slight favorite over Kansas City.
You almost told the truth, Mike. You saw that? You said, I'm going to go with Kansas. And then you came back to that. Oh my goodness!
That's funny.
You know where Titletown resides. You know where the wins resides. Kansas City, man. Stop playing.
And that's his answer.
I'm going with the Chargers. Mike made a good point. They didn't even use Justin Herbert that much last week, and they had a pretty good week. And I really believe that Harbaugh is a player's coach. People love playing for that dude, whether it's professional, whether it's college, whether it is, well, no matter where he's coaching at. And I think the team's going to get more and more comfortable with him coaching. And plus, they play the Carolina Panthers. They have a great week too scheduled ahead of them.
Yeah, and you know who else had a good first week? The Eagles. The Eagles. They will be a good pick for the best at
My sleeper team for this year probably would have been Green Bay if Love didn't get hurt either.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because I think they would have had a decent year. I don't know how it's going to turn out, and I don't know how long he's going to be out.
Good point. Okay, so let's discuss Aaron Rodgers. Of course, the Jets lost to the 49ers 32-19. But as a whole, what are you guys' expectations for Aaron Rodgers this season? Mike first.
Let me tell you now, when I was watching that game, and at one moment when they made that great drive, the Jets made a great drive, I started having some PTSD moments about Aaron Rodgers and what he's done to the Cowboys over the years. I said to myself, this is about to be one of those Aaron Rodgers games. Then San Fran shut that junk right back down. Like, stop, don't even go that crazy. But the Jets, they have to feel pretty good about it because even the offense we saw was 2,500 times better than the offense they had over the last few years with the quarterback they had. So, I saw Aaron Rodgers, he was a little rusty, but I think he'll get better, and I think the Jets will make some waves. I'll have the Jets and the Dolphins coming out of the AFC East with Buffalo sitting home.
Wow, that's crazy, Mike. That you making some crazy decisions here this week, Mike.
Excuse me.
But I dig it. I pause. I can see the Jets winning as well if Aaron Rodgers shows up because the defense has been, pretty phenomenal since last year. So if he shows up anywhere 80% of who he used to be, then they're a tough out for any team.
I don't know. I got to see more. He didn't look as mobile as we're used to seeing Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is really mobile when he was playing last time we seen him play. Throughout his career, still throws very accurate, looked really good when he did make the right passes or the pocket didn't collapse on him and he had to run out the pocket. He looked really good. I just got to see more. He didn't show up to preseason. He didn't show up to training camp. This is one game sample size we have on Aaron Rodgers in probably the last 18 months, if not more. I don't have an answer for where Aaron Rodgers is going to be. I think that's a very fucking bold statement. Mike said that the Jets is coming out over Buffalo. Yeah, look. This is why we got you here. Because that shit sound crazy.
Right. Let me tell you something else I noticed though in that game that I am a little worried about. The Garrett Wilson, the Aaron Rodgers, the Garrett Wilson combination. I mean, I'm looking at Garrett Wilson. That's a small dude. This dude like 180 pounds, probably soaking wet. And you're trying to make him a primary all-around wide receiver outside. And I think the 49ers just got physical with him. And I'm saying to myself, dude, they got to get Mike Williams going on the outside, and they got to work Garrett Wilson mostly on that inside and in the slot and let him do his work that way. And then they'll have something going. Because Aaron Rodgers, he's going to need a big target outside.
Okay, and then our last topic regarding Tyreek Hill's detainment. In a press conference, he said he wants the officer fired. So he said, gone, gone, gone. He got to go. And then he said that they disrespected his teammates and he had some crazy words towards them and they didn't even do anything. So after hearing that and hearing that he wants the police officer terminated, what do you guys believe should happen? And then how do you feel about the situation as a whole now after seeing the body cam footage? Mike first.
Well, I still believe in what I said in the first place. I still believe that Tyreek Hill didn't do anything to warrant being snatched out his car like that. It just seems like your boy came to work with already something on his mind. You know, I've seen it over and over again on these little test, little stops where I'm telling you, I just love them. I look at them and I'm jealous of them. Them little old ladies when they're yelling at the police officer, get on, like I ain't do nothing. I mean, they're just having a conversation with them, like, you know. And I'm so scared to talk to the police like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if Tyree's setting up for something here. You know, he said he wanted to be a police officer and he handled it the highway. And I know my lawyer was asking me for his number. I'm sure all kind of lawyers now called him. I don't know what he said. Maybe he's setting up for something right here. But I do want everybody out those headline police officers, that means you're getting drunk from the gun in the badge and all of that with power. He's right. We got to get them off the force. All of them off the force.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think he asked for the right call, but I'm more interested in pause. Who is Drew? Because he was calling on Drew, and you were talking about Drew the day before it happened.
Drew Rosenhaus is his agent. Drew Rosenhaus is a guy. He was my best friend. One of my best friends coming up. He actually helped me get through school. He's a brilliant young man. Brilliant young man. He wanted to be Mel Kiper. Drew wanted to be Mel Kiper. I said, man, not anything against Mel Kiper. I said, Drew, you're too damn smart to be Mel Kiper. You know what I mean? He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer.
Right.
And so I hooked him in with my attorneys at the time, and he became an agent, and one of the best agents in the NFL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's dope when your agent has attorney skills as well. Mike, you said it great. We're gonna wrap up with that.
There you have it. Okay, well, Mike, thank you for being here.
Mike, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. We're gonna see you next week, bro.
Absolutely, man. No, I love you dudes, man.
Love you too, man.
I'm gonna get you a San Fran hat, Mike.
That's my biggest concern right now. All right,
Yep.
y'all be safe, man.
Enjoy the rest of your week, bro.
Thanks,
Okay.
Mike.
Thank you.
All right, buddy.
That's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.